Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today is November 26th, and right now we are looking at the mid-level water vapor loop. You continue to see the moisture streaming into portions of California. That will be coming to an end as we go through the day tomorrow, and we see another developing system out here. We'll take a look at the weather models to see what that is going to do. We'll take a look at the extended forecast, and we'll check out travel conditions for today, tomorrow, and on in through Thanksgiving and this weekend. As we go through the video this morning, take a look at this slug of moisture still moving into the foothills of the Sierra Nevada, but we are largely going to be wrapping this up as we go through the night tonight. We'll take a look at some of the flood advisories out there, still some winter storm warnings out, and some wind advisories for some areas also. Now, if we take a look at some of those reports, there was a wind report up here. What is this? 2 miles southeast of Grass Valley, California, 51 miles per hour. Some small hail reported yesterday afternoon. And if we scroll in far enough, you can see we do have multiple flood reports. Roadway flooding on Road 80 near Avenue 384. California Highway Patrol, for example. So this is always good stuff. But this is why the flood advisories are out for this area, as we have the bulk of the precipitation moving in across the valley and in towards the foothills as we speak. And here we go with the Hanford National Weather Service. You can see again where those flood advisories are. You can point and click on this any one of these areas here on the NOAA website. You can see the winter storm warnings. We'll be wrapping up tomorrow, but we still have some wind advisories out there as well. Now, last 24 hours, precipitation totals, a little tongue twister there for you. Look at these amounts. Some of them up over 3.5 towards 4 inches. And again, very beneficial rainfall. This entire system largely beneficial if you can avoid that roadway flooding and whatnot and stay safe out there. But yeah, the San Joaquin Valley can always use this rainfall. Nice amounts here, and some of the coastal range a little bit on the higher sides as well. So I selected a station here north of Bakersfield. You can see the Los Angeles, San Diego Metro here. There's Las Vegas, and you can see everybody with one of these tempest weather stations across California. Take a look here. So it shows you active warnings or advisories for your location. You can click on that and get all kinds of information. And then if you take a look right now, this weather station is getting very heavy precipitation. You see the wind updating every few seconds. Lightning detection system, I highly recommend this station. And it was 20% off, I believe, yesterday. It still may be, so go ahead and click on that link down below. You'll save at least 10%. Again, a very fun weather station. Great Christmas gift. Now, taking a look at the North American model, you can see that big slug of precipitation still streaming in over the state as we go on in through this afternoon, and then evening it starts to really wrap up as we go through tonight and tomorrow. So if we look at tomorrow afternoon, if you can put your travel off on in through the day tomorrow, I mean, we've really cut off the precipitation. This is very early Wednesday morning, mostly confined across some of the higher terrain of Southern California, so that should not be an issue. And then as we go on through the day, Wednesday and into Thursday morning, look at this, basically no precipitation, pretty dry Thanksgiving coming up, and travel should be very good coming back as we go through Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So if you're headed back home, that bodes well. Looking at the GFS, again, plume of moisture, atmospheric river that was moving into Central California is largely sagging south, and it is weakening dramatically as it does so. The next system up for a couple runs was showing some of this precipitation getting back in towards the state of California. It largely hangs out off the coastline. Maybe a little bit of light precipitation here as we go through late Friday night into Saturday. Very small amounts though. So pretty nice break coming up here for the state of California. Gulf of Alaska troughing starts to get going through the extended forecast, but who knows how that's going to evolve. Now, I'm going to take a playful jab at the GFS here. So let's scroll out a little bit further. Do you see this Arctic front driving down across the Intermountain West? Look at this thing just plow down across the Great Basin here. And look what this wants to do. It wants to form kind of an Arctic low, an Arctic air spawned low right off of Southern California. You know, you take that with a grain of salt, purely entertainment, but it's kind of one of the fun things you can do by looking far off into a model run here. Kind of interesting look to it. And if we take a look, let me update this. This is the same run. We're going to look at the air at 5,000 feet. Again, just for entertainment purposes. You're seeing me nerd out on the weather here a little bit. But let's go ahead and watch this Arctic air kind of slide down as we go through the extended forecast. It's got to be there somewhere. Here we go. And then you can kind of see it spill across Nevada and somehow make it across all the higher terrain and form this Arctic air spawned low right off of Southern California. I don't even know if that's possible. It may have happened at some point in the future. Who knows? But it's kind of an interesting warning signal there in the extended forecast. It's something just for entertainment purposes, purely fantasy forecast. That is the pinnacle of fantasy forecast. Now, taking a look at the Thanksgiving week outlook, you can see, if you want to pause and look here, after we go through today the lingering showers, you're talking about some fog out there and whatnot, and dry, calm, and cool weather. And again, always watch out for the sneaker wave potential during the fall and winter months if you're going out to the coastal areas. And you can see there is a beach hazard statement for the Bay Area, all the way down south towards Big Sur. This goes through about 10 p.m. on Thursday, 10 p.m. Tuesday to 10 p.m. Thursday. So again, wrapping up some of the winter storm warnings here, and you can see this ends tomorrow morning across the Sierra Nevada. Reduction in visibility, still getting a little bit of snowfall out there, and it doesn't take much to make things slick. So just keep that in the back of your mind. Things should be improving dramatically as we go through tonight and into tomorrow. And this is a good thing to pause. If you want to know what to keep in your car, the National Weather Service Hanford has put out this list, so always good ideas. There we go, National Weather Service Hanford, and we're taking a look at the winter storm warning here a little bit further south. This goes to 4 p.m. on Wednesday, so tomorrow afternoon. See, some areas still getting some heavy snowfall as we go on into the day today, winds gusting 50 miles per hour. And we do have wind advisories as well. I want to mention this: Indian Wells Valley, Mojave Desert slopes until 4 a.m. Wednesday. And I've been showing this over the last few days. This is what's left. This is just kind of left over from what's going on today, the marginal risk for some excessive rainfall. There's day 2 and day 3. Now, if we take a look at that atmospheric river, you can see as it goes through the day today, it does go south and dramatically weaken. That system stays offshore right there and then kind of falls apart before it gets back into the state of California. So just kind of a recap on things there. Total precipitation in inches. This is what to expect as we go through the day today and tonight. And again, some precipitation for the higher terrain of California, not much down into the lower elevations. You may see a little bit of light precip there. And then we scroll out towards 60 hours. This is about the afternoon of Thanksgiving coming up. Now, total snow Kuchera ratio. If I put this into motion, you can see as we go on in through tonight and very early tomorrow morning is largely when that snowfall really starts to wrap up there. So heads up there if you're traveling. If you can put it off till tomorrow morning at least, you're probably going to do better off for it. Here's the 24-hour 75th percentile. I just want to show you this here for the next system out there. The ensemble's in large agreement here that only light precipitation amounts will make its way back into the state as we go on to towards the weekend. Now, this is also a little bit important here, well, more than a little bit important because it is winds. We're still getting those wind advisories out there as we go through this afternoon. You can see the gusty westerly, southwesterly winds moving across the area, and then you'll notice that the northerlies start blowing as we go through tomorrow morning. This is a crosswind across a lot of the interstates, so I do want to call some attention to that. Some blustery conditions out there. A little bit of offshore flow and some blustery northerly winds coming down some of the Sacramento Valley as well. So just heads up for that. But you can see as we go on in through Wednesday afternoon, these are some gusty winds out there. So again, watch out if you're driving high-profile vehicles across the interstate there on Wednesday night, and on in towards Thursday morning. The gusty north winds coming down across a lot of the desert areas. 6 to 10 day above average here across a lot of the west coast. Look at this below normal signal really emerging as we go into the early portion of December. Here's the 8 to 14 day, and again with that below normal signal, but we'll continue to watch and break things down day by day to see what is coming next. Things can change quickly at this time of year. But anyway, yep, hopefully you guys are all ready for Thanksgiving out there. What else? I mean, we'll just continue to watch things as we go. Hope you guys are having a good day. Click like and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys again tomorrow.